My name is Dr. Steve Edelson. I'm the Executive Director of the Autism Research Institute in San Diego, California. If you are watching this video, chances are that you or someone who you love on the autism spectrum want the very best that life has to offer. However, help in your community has probably not met most or all of your needs. Autism was recognized over 75 years ago, but there's still a great need for support for those on the autism spectrum of all ages, be it a child, a teenager, an adult, or a senior. In addition, most educators, therapists, and physicians are still figuring out how best to serve their clients. Some treatment strategies work and others don't. It depends on the individual. As of today, there is no widely accepted way to evaluate autism, and there is no widely accepted way to provide the best support and guidance for all of the challenges faced by those on the spectrum. The bottom line, we need a change. We need a different way to do things now and in the future. For now, we can and should rely on over 50 years of research, including genetics, medicine, nutrition, sensory interventions, behavioral therapies, and more. So should we continue to wait, possibly for several more years or even decades before we have all the answers? Or should we begin today and rely on what we know based on science and start to develop an effective multidisciplinary standard of care for everyone on the autism spectrum? The first step is to establish a trusted communication network throughout the world and among all stakeholders in the autism community. Together, we need to identify the real needs of the autism community and figure solutions for all ages and for the entire spectrum. We need to respect those with autism, as well as their thoughts and opinions. We also need to respect other perspectives regarding treatment, and we need to make a real effort to talk to each other and hopefully work with one another. Another bottom line, we need to know what needs to be treated. We need to know what treatments really work, and we need to know when it is appropriate to use them. We don't want to waste any more time or money. This is an urgent matter, and there is no reason to wait any longer. Let me start and suggest a few areas where we need to find answers, and the sooner the better. 1, we need a better way to screen for autism. The current methods are not adequate. As a result, many young children receive an autism diagnosis 1, 2, or even several years later, and they miss a once-in-a-lifetime chance to receive early intervention, which, as most everyone will agree with, leads to a much better quality of life. 2, we need an agreed-upon way to evaluate those on the autism spectrum so that pediatricians and other professionals can accurately evaluate these individuals of all ages. These assessments should include styles of communication and social interaction, emotional regulation, and behavior, in addition to neurology, medical and psychiatric conditions, nutritional status, sensory processing, and cognitive abilities. Basically, the more we know, the better we can help. And 3, once we have a complete or nearly complete profile of each individual, we need to rely on evidence-based, scientifically proven treatments. One's opinion on what to do is not enough given time, effort, and cost. Of course, appropriate assessments and treatments will improve over time, but we don't need to wait any longer. We have over 5 decades of research on assessments and treatment. The first step involves direct communication among members of the autism community. The Autism Research Institute was established 54 years ago by pioneering researcher and parent advocate Dr. Bernard Rimland. Last year, we began a global support group network, and this year, we started a global researcher network. The way we move forward and make changes for the better will depend on all of us. But first, we need a clear vision of what we want to accomplish. My vote would be to establish standardized assessment tools and standardized treatments of care. For now, We can review what is out there and agree on ways to improve how best to help those with autism. I hope you will join our efforts. Thank you.